Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Gathering of Old Men podcast. I have no idea why I said strike season, but it's okay. I'll fix that in a minute. Listen, it's been a day. It's been a day. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Let's see.
Is that a cow?
Say what now?
Is that a moo?
Man, if y'all hear that in the background, my neighbor is cutting their grass.
Oh, I sound like a damn cow. At least they got a job.
Listen. Let me get my mic set up. Turn this volume down a little bit. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. I just want to make sure that.
And I'm mobile right now, so if y'all hear my background, just
thank you, sir, for showing up early, Mr. Rozier. I appreciate it. Man, we about to get into some stuff today. I didn't expect us to get into all of this. Hey, little baby, I see you. I absolutely see you. Lord have mercy. And to be fair, I want everybody to understand, to be fair. My neighbor was cutting their grass last night at 10 o'clock. I rolled up on them because that blonde-haired lady had something to say about it. And listen, I don't bother nobody at all about anything. But if I got to ask some questions about your activities, I got to roll up on you. So I understand everybody work and it's Florida sun and all of that. So maybe you're trying to do that right now. But right now, motherfucker, I digress.
I can't say that though. We just had our HOA meeting. It's what happens when you put a bunch of millennials in a room together, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh shit!
Wait.
Man, look.
If he would have got up at 5 a.m., Jesus, no. I'd had to go over there with the bat, little baby. I promise you, at 5 a.m.
Well, it depends on if you do stay in the HOA. Because if I could avoid being in the sun and cutting my grass, and there ain't no noise ordinance, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, we about to replace our yard, man. If you know a good one, that want a job.
Well, I'll shoot you my boy number.
Hey, we got a whole neighborhood.
I'll shoot you my boy number.
Well, a couple things before we dig into the meat. The young man from Tennessee State, Aaron, I don't want to mess up his last name. He has a free agent contract with the Denver Nuggets. We were hoping, and I apologize to everybody, my web scraper got it screwed up because somehow my web scraper ended up scraping an AI portal and said the young man was already drafted. Again, I'm the programmer. I'm here to tell you, don't trust AI. That being said, I'm glad that he got a landing spot. Hopefully he can stick. It looks like Denver needs players of his skill type, so let's hope he sticks. But there was a interview earlier this evening. And I told y'all this interview was coming because once we had the Board of Trustees meeting, once I watched the video, I had questions. I wanted other people to come on and have questions. To be fair, wasn't just my idea.
No, hell, you didn't. Because you knew that the possibility of left-hand turns was great. So I didn't get the link, sir.
He most certainly got the link. He did.
I said I did not get the link, sir.
Do you have my phone number, Marlo?
I do.
Have you not called me and said, hey, I don't got the link? You've said that before.
I have, but I thought it was on purpose.
So you just said, screw it, didn't even bother. You know what? and this is for everybody that thinks that I'm Deveron's spokesperson. There is no way after this exchange you possibly can think that I'm Deveron's spokesperson. I am not. Deveron is from St. Pete. Me and both Marlo are from St. Pete. I went to high school with him 1 year. Marlo completed high school with him.
Wait a minute, Ninja. I know your throwing stars ass ain't trying to throw me under the damn bus with that affiliation.
Listen,
I know better than that.
But hold on. To be fair, Deveron has been very good about coming on the show and talking. So
he has.
Again, like these are all jokes. I want to make sure everybody understands these are all jokes.
Well, they're jokish.
Little baby, don't encourage Marlo. Do not encourage Marlo.
You know, we all believe Marlo while you playing. Marlo to be telling the lies.
Marlo don't care that like I have to send. I'm the one sending out emails, and I'm media to these people. I'm the front facing media person. Marlo get to come in and just break stuff.
That's the best job to have. They already know what they get. You got Batman and Superman. You be Batman, the damn politically correct one. Superman don't give a fuck. Long as he ain't got no kryptonite and the sun shining, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you people.
Or something now. What
you do know you can always say that to my face. You can always say that to my face.
I want to know who was
I ain't
whining.
hard to find, but just so you know, your ass out of here. I am enjoying banning people from YouTube. This is new shit. I love this.
I just want to know who was whining. We didn't even say anything.
Exactly.
You whining about what? Y'all better be glad I'm mobile and I ain't in front of my computer. I would love to have that conversation.
Look, hang on.
You people are tooth chippers. Keep fucking around and find out. That's what that is.
Now, if you want, your mama can go to Sizzler. I don't have no problem with taking your mama to Sizzler. She can post some selfies and you can feel like she had a good old time.
First of all, if y'all going to Sizzlers, y'all ain't doing nobody selfies. You might be doing a 35 millimeter Polaroid or some shit. You ain't doing selfies.
He said, take your mama to Sizzler.
Oh, man.
VHS.
Oh, my gosh.
But, so had Deveron on and had some discussions. And just for some context, let me post a couple images up so we can.
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of.
And I want everybody to know. Me and Deveron was in the trenches together on the football field. Like I don't not like him, but he don't play it with my damn school. Don't do that shit.
So again, just for context, before we get into the interview, these are the numbers that I saw. And again, listening to and reading the screens were kind of deceiving to me because I thought giving was up. It is not. And Deveron corrected me on that, and we'll get into that in a second here. But the whole purpose behind this, and I'm very upfront about this, from an athletic side, I am about FAMU figuring out a way to get both their revenue share and third-party NIL in lockstep so that we can be competitive financially when it comes to talent acquisition. See, I said the big fancy words. I want us to have the best fucking players in the SWAC. We got the brand, we got the history. In this new era, we need something else. We need the dollars. But again, the players that come to us, our players, aren't asking for millions of dollars. We know this. Our president has said we lost an all-SWAC volleyball player over $600 a month. So this is the agenda I'm driving. What's going on?
So you mean to tell me for $7,200, I could have had a all-star player.
Yeah.
You've lost football players for about the same amount.
So
is it legal? I'm just I ain't
have
saying
Fang Exchange, Marlo. We have Fang Exchange. Again,
okay.
I want to give Marlo his credit because I come up with these absolutely harebrained ideas, and I got a friend that would go, you know what? That's a good idea. My harebrained idea is that we should get both ourselves and other people on board with Fang Exchange to make sure we both keep our players and acquire players. Just, and then Marlo like to throw up in my face that he already a one-ish donor, so there's that. But I'm gonna be.
But I'm just saying, not just that. What if we can I pick the player?
Yes. So with the Fang Exchange, you can pick the player, you can pick how much you want to give, you can do all that. So through the Fang Exchange, you can say if you want to give to number 7 because 7 is your favorite number, that you giving to that player, you set the price, and they will help negotiate it with you. That is the beauty of the Fang Exchange.
Who is 31? Because that was my number. I need 31.
I don't know who it is this year. I'll see who it was last year.
He might be blessed. he might be blessed.
Chief, it's a reason why I ain't tell Marlo that.
Why? Oh, shit.
You don't understand.
I look
at least something.
I don't gatekeep, Troy. They don't have so there are no rosters up on the FAMU website right now.
Yeah, and there's no rosters up. There's no rosters up.
I might be able to do 2 or 3 of them.
See. Oh, Doc say you need the link. Hold on.
Oh shit! Man. Wait till they get a load of me. They're gonna be pissed off at me.
What's up, Chuck? Good to see you. Got some of the Avengers United today, man. So. But no, I think that's been the consistent thing, though. What you putting this up here, though, Troy, we already knew the donation numbers were down. We also knew why. The alumni have been very vocal about their disdain or displeasure with what's taking place, and that they made it very clear that was some of the reasons they weren't giving. So I think some of the metrics that I would personally like to see, opposed to just giving me raw numbers, I want to now see the metrics for groups like the National Alumni Association membership. Is membership up? Is membership down? With the boosters, membership up, membership down, and just because it's not just the pure fact that people don't like what has happened administratively. It's also, look, gas $4 some change. If gas is $4, I'm sorry, it kind of is what it is. I got to go to work. I would love to peel off this extra 100 for you, but I gotta go to work.
I gotta go to work.
right.
Hey, Keith. Hey, y'all, it'll make you feel like you got to go sell some drugs, some hard drugs.
Look, listen.
Hey, nigga, are we doing that?
The Lord knew I was not going to learn no chemistry. I haven't taken chemistry since high school. There's a good reason.
This is some bullshit.
Look, he need to get kicks right in his smelly behind, just like Ply said.
See,
right in his smelly behind.
I'm here.
What up, TP?
What's the word?
What's up,
bro?
Yo,
what's happening?
Hey, what other miss? What we talking about?
Oh man.
Well, I'm quoting Plies because he said your president need to get kicked right in his smelly behind. I cleared it up though. I cleaned it up.
My president said that man pop.
I think our president is going through that 80-year-old dementia phase.
He definitely is, but the president said that man is pie and he don't act like that when we in the same room.
Oh, he said he need to say it to his face.
No, he said that to the senator from Arizona.
Oh, you talking about that? You talking about when he was on the show with your boys? Oh yeah, he said in his head.
Yep.
He was talking cash shit though.
He was.
He always do.
He always do. And it be so funny because y'all gotta understand, Obama he grew up he was born in the late 50s, so He a baby boomer, but he making it sound so slick that you don't even know that he bombing on folks.
Shoot. Obama played basketball for real. Like, did y'all see when they opened up the new library? He's like, oh yeah, nobody's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
move.
I seen it.
Your boy was like, nobody was playing basketball.
He was not taking that. He thought he was trying to take that shit lightly. He's like, nah, bro, I do this.
Well, so I'm gonna go ahead and
related to athletic giving has been a struggle. We're working really hard and diligently as a board.
wonderful marketing plan. Love that. Absolutely love that. If you are a previous season ticket holder, think about renewing your season tickets. While you're renewing your season tickets,
The call is coming from
donate to the
inside of the
collective.
house. If they cared that much about giving in the betterment of family, then they all would resign.
Hold on, Jamal. Let me get through this part, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. All right, you Deveron, you're muted for some reason. You gotta.
Yeah, I stay muted because I got a lot of background noise, and I don't want to have y'all listening to all that behind me.
Well, I like I said before, I was gonna keep it short. Kind of want to get your thoughts on the current athletic giving when it comes to both corporations and alumni and friends of FAMU giving. That overall the numbers are up, but the number of donors are down.
Yeah, it seems like the history of FAMU related to athletic giving has been a struggle. We're working really hard and diligently as a board with the foundation folks, Brandy Tatum, who's doing an excellent job, by the way, trying to figure out how to get more resources in, but also a lot better organized. And one of the things that we're doing is we're moving to this one FAMU plan. And I'll be able to get into more detail next time you have me on. But at the current time, what we're trying to do is, again, move towards unanimity and making sure that people understand where their dollars are going, what they're being utilized for. We're not just trying to retire debt. We're trying to build a program, build new facilities, be competitive, making sure that we get quality coaches, quality athletes. And so, the actual giving is down in terms of the amounts. I think I got it right. The amount is down, but the donors are up. So that means they're giving smaller gifts. But I also think that this is an opportunity for us to kind of reorganize, restructure, and come back even stronger.
All right. So real quick, again, I watched because I like when I have interviews, I like to do my research. So I watched the Board of Trustees meeting. Also, people who are making the slides, practice your slides in Zoom so people can see the full slides, because a lot of times the slides are not fully viewable and they're cut off.
Hey, why? I'm sorry, but why do he sound like he had got a hold of my flag?
No.
At least I wasn't the only one thinking it.
I'm just saying, it sounds all good and dandy, but yeah, the views of Fat Mouth Sports and HBCU Overdrive.
Good evening, Mr. Jones. Good evening. So, couple things. Like we talked about before, with the number of donors up, but the dollars down, could be a sign of two things: both economics and both, as I discussed with another FAMU alumni earlier tonight, trust. Trust.
Yeah, it's definitely trust. I think trust is the biggest indicator here.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to give you something because I love my institution, but I'm not going to give you everything because of you. but I'm still gonna support it because
I mean, there are ways that can be.
I got somebody background.
Not me. I'm muted.
Wait a minute. Hey Keith.
It's me. I'm out at the bar.
Hey Keith and Jamal and TP. What's that song? What's that famous song from the Boondocks by the great Uncle Ruckus? Don't trust them niggas over there. Leaving them nigga S's in the air. Don't trust them new niggas with a mighty little finger triggers. Don't trust them new niggas over there.
So, a national treasure that we didn't know we needed.
Here's my other thing, and again, I've made some soapboxes recently in the last couple of years, and I would say this to any alumni, friend of FAMU, booster. The university, FAMU University, isn't the people who are in the administration. FAMU is the people. So again, the foundation is the people. The boosters are the people. Fang Exchange are the people. Rattlers in Arms are the people. Yeah, Mr. Jones, we'll get to that a little later because as a person from Pinellas County, I got some thoughts.
Wait, but when you're saying that though, one of the things when you're talking about those groups are the people, a couple of the things are, one, the Fang Exchange and Rattlers in Arms are not official DSOs. So those are groups that are doing the work that DSOs can do without having to go through some of the red tape. And they do it better than some of the DSOs, which is crazy. But
and my favorite non-DSO, QB.
Right. And then the other part is those leaders are not the university, but they do get credit for the funds that are given to the university. So when they are doing their tallies and they're doing their numbers, they're able to say that they brought in X amount of dollars under their leadership. And so there's got to be a little give and take here when we're saying this, because in order to get my money, you got to do what I want you to do. And I think part of what you're seeing from the people is you didn't do what we wanted you to do. And now you expect us to give like you did when you did what we asked. And I think that's some of where the drop off and some of the miscommunication is.
Well, but Keith, we said this was going to happen when they did what they wanted to do and got Marvin there, got the current AD there. We said it was like, cool. Y'all think y'all are the program. As alumni, we are going to show you we are the program. You're not getting what you think you're getting. You're not going to put up the numbers that Dr. Robinson put up. You're simply not. Because he put those numbers up because we actually like him. Look, he had his issues and we were like, don't really agree with that. But overall, we liked him, we trusted him, and we did.
And then, so I'll get to the other part of this interview because we get into some things.
What Keith was trying to tell everybody in just his political way of telling everybody, it's like the people that have been given don't trust the people in charge. And they are not being genuine when it comes to accountability, because when the money's coming in, is we brought this in, but when it's not, they take no accountability for the reasons for the money to not be coming in like it was. So he's just a little more political with it, but there ain't nobody trusting them folks, and that's the problem.
Okay,
but see, Marlo, you really think about it. I don't, a regular person like me, that's not a politician. I'm a regular, we all regular people. Don't bullshit me like a politician. Talk to me, you know what I'm saying? Give it to me straight. Can we trust you with the money that we give it to y'all? You know what I'm saying? Because if FAMU, Jack State, Alcorn, whoever, Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me like you are running for office. Talk to me like a regular person. Talk to me like you would talk to everybody else out there. Say, man, look, we try our hardest to get this going, but we hit a snag. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me like a regular person.
Right,
Don't
but
bullshit me.
that's what we're saying, Doc. Right?
Yeah.
If this was a symptom of the economy, or if this was a symptom of a different issue, then you can speak to it, right? But when the issue is you, when the issue is you as the board chairman, when the issue is you, the AD, when the issue is you, the president, there are very few people that are adult enough and mature enough to say, hey, maybe I am the problem here. I need to remove myself from the
Because
situation. They're
at the
not
end,
going to remove themselves from the situation because their attachment to these schools, their attachment in their proximity to the school and the brand and the naming of the school is getting them where they want to be and what they want out of the situation. So no, they're not gonna shoot it straight because they are the problem. They know they're the problem. We told them this was gonna happen last year, and now the river has met the road. That's all it is.
mm-hmm.
And then the other part is, once you've gotten our money, what have you done with some of your hiring practices? Like, I was,
Thank you. Thank you.
that's one of my, biggest questions. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not selfish. I'm not jealous. But when you consistently are seeing people tell, we know what's best for you, but then we start seeing numbers and matrix that don't match that. And really it's looking like you don't know what's best for us. And not only do you not know what's best for us, you didn't listen to us. And you're giving people very high salaries at FAMU, and you're telling us, give us more money. But we turn around and we looking and we're like,
They not
for
bringing
what?
no money in.
Thank you.
Like, they ain't bringing nothing to the table.
Yeah, and all I want you to do, look, talk to me like you talk to your partner on the street.
And they
Like,
can't
my
because
nigga, we ain't got the money right now, and we trying to do what we can to try to get the money up into the school.
but
That's all.
little baby's point is the actual, it's the right answer. They're politicians. Like,
They
these
are.
are all, most
Yeah.
of these people are political cronies. And so they're
Yep.
getting jobs as political favorites. So due to their loyalty to the DeSantis administration, due to their loyalty to the Republican Party, they're getting these kickbacks. And they're literally trying to, Florida is a microcosm of what you see in Washington. If you want to know
Yes,
what's going on in
it
Washington
absolutely
and what
is.
Donald Trump is trying to do, look at Florida. Ron DeSantis is nothing but a puppet. He is going to mimic everything that Donald Trump wants to do, and he tries to test it in Florida. And if it fails in Florida, then you notice it doesn't work in Washington. And so what you're seeing is they've tested this. They've tested the stuff in education here in Florida and in Texas, and it's failing. Florida has reached a new low as far as being one of the worst schools academic performing in the nation. Why? Because you purposely attacked different cultures and different groups. So you're starting to see where in public schools and in the universities, your honors college fell off to where it is now. Even the University of Florida has gone 2 years with an interim president. The University of Florida, the state flagship. Are you serious? Can you imagine
The
if that was
state,
University
the
of
state
Texas?
flagship,
I
the
can
state
break
flagship,
down
and one of the premier
I can break
institutions in
down the
the entire
educational
country
system
has
even
went
more.
2 years with an injury.
So we're gonna try and get through this interview, then we'll come back to a couple of things. Little baby, we definitely coming back to the men's basketball situation. I was given a phone call today and was enlightened on some things about the whole FAMU jersey situation and the LeBron contract. So we definitely gonna get to that as well. But let me get back to this interview, because again, some of the questions I had, there were some answers that I was shocked that I got, to be honest with you. One of the things that we talk about here on this show, and me and you've talked about it offline before, we do have a collective. And with major athletics now, the universities are using revenue share and collectives to kind of bridge the gap. And again, our athletes aren't asking for a lot. Our athletes are basically asking for rent money, essentially, right? Is it a possibility that we can get both our athletic department or anybody in the administration to acknowledge that we have a working collective that can bridge the dollars that have been donated for athletes with our revenue share. So if, for instance, if we're giving a player $500 in rev share, and the collective can turn around and give another, $2,000-$3,000 in NIL third party, how do we get both the athletic department and Fang Exchange in accord with each other so that we can move in unison and we can be competitive? Because our competition, and I don't like to say their name a whole bunch, but Jackson State has a working collective that is doing major work, and their competitiveness is showing from the dollars that their donors are giving, both through their foundation and through their third-party collective. All right, real quick before we continue, he is about to talk about Dion, which I am not wholly sure that the 1400 collective was at the state it is now back then, but I'm gonna continue.
Those are good points. Remember, we're working on a strategy to do that, exactly what you're saying, but we got to get in alignment and get on the same page to get organized. FAMU has operated from a position of great tradition and history and have been doing well. We want to move to excellence on all of things athletics, and so we're working towards that. Jackson State, to be very honest with you, did not move in that vein or that direction until Dion got there and they were able to get those things set up. And so they're carrying on a tradition of things that was set up because they had a super.
All right, let me talk about that. So our collective, KC 1400, Ken Clark, he started that up, right? And it wasn't a collective. He started his thing because we were trying to keep we were trying to showcase who we are after Dion left to go to Colorado. The way that Cam came in, he's been in the fold. He's been in the fold with Tiger Talk. God rest in peace to my man Corey C. They were already doing that. That was just on the podcast interview level with athletes and stuff. When he came into the game, as far it was to continue the story of Jackson State athletics. It was to continue the story of Jackson State as a university in light of all of the bullshit and the shenanigans that were being told to the public about from what Dion went through, what he said he went through at Jackson State, right? And so when, the collective has been going on strong for almost a little bit, I think 3 years, because like Ken said, I didn't come into the game as being a podcaster. I'm a you know what I'm saying? We all podcasters, right? We podcast, we come on the show, we talk about sports, we talk about our institutions and everything, and we podcast. We give info to the masses. But Ken was like, we're gonna keep our story going in spite of all of the bullshit and the negative rhetoric about people that were saying about our university. And so Dion had nothing to do with with KC 1400. That's all Ken Clark. Ken has a conglomerate. He has a team. That's what I like to call it. He has a team of people who have they have a role with with telling the story and making sure that we fund our athletes. Because remember, he started out with, raising money to help out with the football program. And then it branched over, it branched over to the men's basketball. And then with women's basketball with Coach Reed when she was still there. And then now it's branching out to all of our other sports like soccer, women's soccer, baseball, softball, track and field, in golf, anything that has any ties to Jackson State athletics. That's what he's trying to do. And the team of people he has, like, this is it's grassroots. That's what it is. It's grassroots.
That's part of what I wanted to get across to him. Like it needs to be, especially with the state of Florida, when the Board of Governors, and again, I tell people this all the time, this was not meant to benefit FAMU. It just happens to benefit FAMU because FAMU is a state university. The state of Florida say you can use up to $22.5 million of your auxiliary funds from your foundation for revenue share and other athletic gifts. We're not doing that. And so that's why I wanted to make sure that it was acknowledged and he knew. And me and Deveron talked about it offline. It was acknowledged and he knew what my agenda was and why I was talking the way I was talking. But I'll keep going.
No, you good though, Troy. Like, even with that though, if you think about it, like, I love that you pointed out that wasn't meant to benefit us. That is meant to benefit the state.
The state flagship school,
not the three majors, only
just University of Florida, his school.
No, Florida State and Florida. Nobody cares. Miami is a private school, so
UCF got money though, but they do it on their own.
UCF is an outlier because UCF is the only major state university school that's doing anything in sports that's in a major city. Mm-hmm. Like, it's only schools that are actually relevant in sports are normally Florida State, Florida, Miami, but Miami's private. UCF's here in Orlando, but UCF has an economy of scale, like Jackson State has an economy of scale stadium wise. UCF's the largest school in the state, 70,000 students. So they can function and move in a way that the rest of us can't. And they're allowed to do that because it's 70,000 students. Like, you look at their acceptance rate. FAMU has the lowest acceptance rate in the state of Florida. I believe our acceptance rate is 20-some%.
Yeah.
The next closest is the University of Florida at like 40. So you're talking about the second smallest public school in the state of Florida has the lowest acceptance rate.
That's
so it's on purpose. And so you start looking at these numbers and talking about the revenue, you're not going to hit the revenue numbers of the larger schools because you can never get to the economy of scale they can with 9,000 students.
So I'm going to get to the rest of this. I think he dropped off for a second. The promises that we've made to the fan base and the alumni. Again, one of the things that I think is something that we should be proud of is the progress of the. Real quick, before we go any further, again, when I was making these slides from the video, again, I want people to practice doing Zoom slides, so the slides aren't cut off in the Zoom meetings. But congratulations to the women's Department of Athletics. Y'all are doing y'all thing. Men's basketball. If you're watching this, we got to do better. We got to do better. I know it's an anomaly. It hasn't happened before. But this is unacceptable. Y'all can do better. But I'll continue. I'll try and catch him when he comes back. With the women's. But
So we need to get Jackson State.
Good direction. Talking about getting everything.
We need to get Jackson State. Actually, they carried on the program that Dion put in place, and so it's really it's not apples to apples. They had a Hall of Famer who had resources that came to the table in a major way. We're trying to move in that vein, but we're also trying to make sure that we get in and get organized so that people can know that we're reducing the debt in athletics. I think last month we had month before last, we had a good month from the BOG who released us from debt. And so what we got to do is get smarter, get organized so that we can operate out of the red and get into the black and elevate the athletic programs. And that's where we're headed with the organizational stuff that we're doing. And I think you'll see that by the end of the year, we'll be way down the road on it. Like I said, Brandy Tatum is doing an excellent job over at Foundation. And our athletics programs are working really hard with all the folks there, trying to make sure that when we get dollars in, we can account for them, we can show how they're going to use and reduce the amounts that the university has to come up with to help athletes.
All right, I think we covered everything. I know we're still a little bit further away from asking AD Davis if we're going to start doing a rev share surcharge on ticket prices. I think we're a little bit ways away from that right now, so we'll table that till later.
Well, I can jump in on that one. I think we're a little too. We're not. We need to be better organized. It's like running a corporation. You need to go in and do a fine audit and make sure you know where all the blind spots are, the things that you don't know, and what has happened over history and time.
Real quick, that was important, but if you miss it, it's not what was said, it's what's unsaid. And I hate my face when I realize what was unsaid. My understanding is athletics had not had an audit in 5 years. And we've had board meetings 3 times a year at least over those 5 years. There isn't a reason that there was not an athletics audit. Okay, that's one. 2, and I believe Keith shares the same sentiment. You can do the surcharge and do the audit at the same time. So while I understand why there's an audit, I also believe there are multiple reasons behind the audit that isn't just we're trying to make sure we know where the money's spent.
I think, and I don't like making excuses for people, but he's not wrong. We know part of the reason there hasn't been an audit is because there's been instability. And some of that is the issue of the people of the board of trustees themselves. Because if we're being honest, with some of the people that they did not like, and rightfully so, they didn't support them people. Like, let's call a spade a spade. They did not support FAMU's last athletic director.
They barely supported the one they had before that with O'Shea. So
correct. And
let's keep it
right.
the whole way. I think the last AD that they actually liked and supported might have been Townsend.
Right. And so, when you start to look at that, you talk about FAMU, this is what, 2026. And then if you look at it in the past decade, FAMU's probably has 6 or 7 athletic directors. How are you supposed to produce some information in that time?
I don't think they've recovered from the fake check.
I mean, but even before the fake check, I don't think you recovered from the Gosey era.
Yeah, we passed the fake check era.
Like, I don't think FAMU's athletic director position has been stable since Courtney Gosey left, and since he was, shown the door.
He was forced out.
Yes, yeah. I was trying to not say it, because we know why.
You can't say it. I can't. I got you.
So, but again, that kind of caught me in again. I think there are multiple reasons why there's an audit, but he will come on again and we'll talk about it once, again, we discuss, whether that would be public. I forget the gentleman who was in the chat. There was only one guy really asking questions in the chat. whoever that gentleman was, thank you, because one of the questions
Hey,
you asked, I had,
it was probably Ken folks.
um,
Mike Reed.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember because I was trying to make sure I got to everything, and I want to congratulate and thank him. If you watch the replay, the chat, and the replay, whoever the guy is in the replay chat, that's him. But again, we'll finish this out and then we'll get into everything.
We've seen the bad things that have happened over history. Right? FAMU does a good job at a lot of things. Like we have done a good job of holding this thing together without getting a lot of money from the state and anywhere else, right? And so we know that we can operate, but we got to go in and make sure that we know where all the bodies are buried, keep our rich history and tradition, and then continue to get better at raising money and organizing it. And one of the main things that we have heard over the years that I have heard is just been that, we don't get information about where the money's going, how it was spent. We're going to do that for our donors. We're going to make sure they know what they're doing, how it impacted the program, how it impacts students, and how it impacts the university. So we're gonna get close to that. I think we're too far away to be talking about surcharges. If you raise it, you're just charging it, you're just passing it on to the consumer. And we don't want to just pass it on to our alumni and the folks that are buying tickets. We want to make sure we're doing the right thing by them first. Like make sure we're actually spending money properly, doing what we can with what we have, living within our means before we just start like asking for more money.
Now, if
I know you fucking lying.
Hold on. If let's just, I'm gonna be devil's advocate, and then I'm gonna go all the way left with it. But I'm gonna be devil's advocate right now. If this study comes back and says, "Hey, we are charging 22% more than what we actually need," so we're gonna take that 22% and we're gonna divert that to revenue sharing. Hold on, we're gonna divert that to revenue sharing, and that way we don't have to raise ticket prices for our fans. Okay, I can understand that. Now, remember, I exist in two worlds. I also exist in a world where ticket prices under $2,000 seem insane to me, right? When I know where my background is, part of my background is that a RV is probably going to cost you $25,000 for the year. When you talk about alumni giving season tickets in the parking space, about $25,000 a season, right? It might be a little high. I haven't checked recently, but you got to make a donation before you can get that RV spot, right? So adding a surcharge on top of the ticket price, inflation don't stop. Things keep getting more expensive. And FAMU needs to have things done. The bathrooms need to be taken care of. That has got to be a priority. I didn't realize how much of a priority that was until after I had my surgery and I went to the spring game, and I realized that we need to do a little bit better. Because people who was in my situation, when you've had your prostate removed and you need to use the bathroom with the stall closed, but the stall don't close, that's a problem. So we need to move with the inflation. But I also can see where he's saying we don't know what we're benefiting from with our ticket prices. Mm-hmm. So I can see that too. But go ahead, Keith.
I think we're being honest about this, right? Within the ticket price, even if you find gaps in what you're spending versus what you're bringing in, you're not going to lower the ticket price because you've been operating in an athletic deficit for how long? So that means at some point there is, as these, colonizers like to call it, there's waste, fraud, and abuse afoot somewhere. But even if that's the case, you still go ahead and add on the additional surcharge so that if you do find that there are places where you are spending too much funds, those funds are already being diverted there, and you're already getting your fan base used to a sticker shock. And we're not talking about a $50, raise. And I understand. So that's where, I'm not mad at what he's saying, but I do feel like, hey, adding a $5 surcharge for student athlete fees is something that's doable. But I also understand that season ticket prices are already out there. So you can't just throw $5 on there for this year. Now for next year, you can already have it out there.
It's some bullshit. I'm telling you, it's bullshit. RV parking used to be $300. Now it's $8. Like in a couple years, it went from $300 to $8.
Mm.
They don't provide you any electrical hookups. They don't provide you with any waste services. They don't provide you with water. They give you the same lot, the same thing that you got before, but they raised it $500.
So Marlo, I'm gonna ask you this question: if you got sewage, if you got electrical outlets, would you be willing to pay another $300, $400 for that spot?
Then some shit. I'll make it part of my season ticket.
Yes.
Shit.
And I'm an RV
for how much?
Another, so that would be the $1,000.
Like you talking about per game or per season?
No, for the season. For the season.
Troy, you couldn't do that as an operational spot. You're operating at a loss there. You would have to charge those people for a season, probably $500 to $1,000.
No, they would have to charge.
I'm talking about on top of what they're paying now. So
that's what I'm saying.
They're paying now, if they're paying $800,
they're paying $800, and you're going to take care of all that for them.
Oh, I see.
Make it 2.
So it would have to be 2. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Make it 2. Make it 2. And it's not like it's a stretch because it's right there where facilities are. They can make hookups and tie it to the existing system. I ran the underground there when I was a student on the yard. So the shit is crazy, bro. They could make it more accessible. They don't use that area for nothing else but when RVs come or overflow parking
and student parking. That's it. Like, so the students lose parking that day.
This just for that day, just for the weekend.
Okay, I listen. I'm on board. I'm gonna
tell y'all this. And what he's saying, everything Deveron's saying isn't wrong. So I don't want to be the person like, man, you just go. I'm not kicking heels against everything he's saying. So what he's saying at its core isn't wrong, but it's also some of it is missing the small pieces, because when you're saying we have to do a line by line item, ain't nobody doing no audit that tight. Let's call a spade a spade.
But the reason why I say it's bullshit, because if you're disingenuous about one thing, all of it sounds disingenuous. Like, you can't tell me, oh, well, we don't want them to get sticker shock, but you raise RV parking by $500. Even though that's a select group of people that's doing, it's like you're targeting them. So, and most of the people, most of your season ticket holders who actually go out and buy season ticket are old heads in the area.
Mm-hmm. And they're not going to cry about $5. Now, if we're talking about $100, they're going to complain. Like, part of why you had the kickback on what they were getting from the OBG was because she jacked the price up and cut the games. Like, you raised ticket prices and you cut the number of games. Oh, they're going to complain because you raised the price like $50 to $100 and they only got 4 home games. Oh, we're complaining then.
And she took out the season basketball tickets too.
So they raised the season ticket prices and then had less games.
Yeah,
during the previous administration, not during.
And not only did they do that, they put a fence along the backside of the fucking stadium that limited access from the neighboring neighborhood that's right behind the stadium.
And they took Earl's Hill
and the vendors.
And they took the hill.
And the hill.
That's what hurt me.
Oh wait, they took the hill. They added the fence, lowered games, went up $100, and if you bought, it used to be if you bought season tickets to football, they gave you basketball season tickets. Took that too.
So
I want to hold on. I want to say real quick. I just want to say real quick. They also took the cannon,
and she got rid of the cannon.
She can keep that.
No.
For somebody on the field, I hated the cannon.
Bring it back.
Man, you
And
gotta
the
watch where you
cannon,
walk in.
and for people who have never seen it, the cannon was always on the opposing side's team side of the field. So we would score, they would hit a 100 play, stadium would go loud, and then they would just hear boom and
That thing
smoke.
was
It
loud.
would scare the hell out of everybody. Bring it back. That's part of
But
the
the
home
fence
field
was
advantage.
needed. The fence was needed. It was, and that's where you're kind of like we were talking about. It wasn't in the previous situations. It wasn't just a sticker shock. It was a culture shock. And in this case, people are willing to accept a small sticker shock because they understand now, hey, these players are getting NIL deals for this amount of money. You're going to do revenue sharing. Okay, tack on a small fee, not $100 fee, and spread that along. And while you're spreading that fee, go ahead and still do your audit, but don't hold off on everything just so you can finish your audit. Because
the
let's be
more we
honest,
hold off on this, the further we gonna fall behind.
exactly. And they know they're not going to be in power. Like they literally said at the last BOT meeting, we are not going to be here in very nice ways.
They know that because they homeboy, even though he's alumni, ain't gonna win.
Oh, nah. Rocket is
He's
not going to
not
win.
going to win
Rocket doesn't have a snowball's chance in Hades.
in hell of winning.
No. Poor Rocket. Rocket think he one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's just
He
Rocket.
do. He absolutely does, and that's the crazy part.
Are you talking about that dude from the other side of Game Street?
The one that went to FAMU and
The
then
one
transferred
that
to
went,
Florida State, and he left
yes,
his
that
wife.
one.
Yes,
That
Rocket.
one.
His name
That's
is Rocket.
Rocket.
Is that the one that the young dude?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Poor
He
Rocket.
Yes.
keeps getting kicked in his goddamn teeth.
No.
He
Leave
had-
him alone. We need him to win.
Poor Rocket.
That's why we ain't saying no names.
Look, that's why his name is Rocket.
Exactly.
He just think he one of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And while we at it, make sure y'all
Mr.
seeing.
Hunt, no.
And while y'all at it, make sure y'all seeing the Jolly Graham ticket, $40 for their campaign fees. Thank you very much.
At least put 5 on it.
Right. Put 5 on it. If you ain't got 40, send them 5. And if you ain't got that, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
All right,
that's all I got for you.
I got one more thing before we get on the other topics.
Why the fuck are you dealing with a manhole?
I don't know what's happening.
Florida man, the Florida man is in full effect over here on Pensacola Street by TCC. That's all I'm gonna say. And it ain't me. I'm watching the events unfold.
So one more thing that was of note was that somebody gotta go PTP.
I have to go pee.
Oh God! Hey, for everybody that's new to the show, TP Kids from the time he came onto the show have been the quiet stars of the show without ever knowing that they was the stars.
Yep.
Like, there is an episode where TP is talking and all you see in the background is light going on and off in the background. On and off in the background. Oh man, but hey, listen, we do real life here. Love TP Kids. But one of the things that absolutely caught my attention, because I'm a programmer, and certain things as a programmer bother me. So when this slide popped up, and that's Data Moose, AI solution that
why is Data Moose a dog?
That transforms access to donor and financial data and supports data-informed decision-making for colleges and schools.
They look fugazi. How you Data Moose and your mascot is a dog?
I mean, ain't the Chick-fil-A mascot a cow?
No, that's the alternative one. The main one is a chicken.
Oh, all right. Then I stand corrected.
My intent was not to make fun of these people.
Everybody gets these jokes. That's them.
It was but I'm usually you know what? Keith beat me to the jokes. I'm just gonna say that. Keith beat me to the jokes because it was jokes coming. But anyway, so this is the explanation for part of the highlights of being able to, because at one point the donations were far behind or far behind the year before, and somehow they caught up. I think what $2 million they caught up, something around that.
Yeah,
They
because
caught
somebody
up.
gave $1 million to the track team, didn't they? Multiple millions to the track team.
Yeah,
It's
multiple
amazing
millions.
what
They
one
still
gift can
haven't
do.
said who, but hey, whoever you are, I
They
appreciate you because we
they
need
have
to
approved
be
the naming,
relays, man.
so we're gonna find out all at the same time. I don't know why it's a secret, but we're gonna find out all at the same time.
I mean, a part of me feel like it's somebody that's gonna piss us off, but I am not gonna get upset. Hey, or like the old folks say, I am not about to look a gifted horse in the mouth. Appreciate you. Thank you, relays low.
So I went and I looked up Data Moose because I'm a programmer. I need to understand what they do. So I went to their site, and when I went to their site, I wanted to see like what are the like companies to FAMU, right? So first thing I do is I go to case studies because that's what you do. You go to case studies to find out like institutions. They have one case study. One. Again, for those who follow the podcast,
Who are they founders and who did they founders go to college with? And that's where you're gonna start to figure out who all these people are and where the fuck they coming from.
hold on. Hold on. So for those who've been following the podcast, back when the unfortunate 237 happened, I wanted to find out how all of the processes work because processes are everything. Now, when it comes to AI, some things are what I call business processes. It isn't AI, it isn't intelligence. It's just you do A, X produces data. That's not AI. So I wanted to see what was going on. So I went to their website. Oh, they have case studies. They have one case study, right? So that tells me whatever solution that they have for FAMU is going to be tailored. So as we input information, AI is going to learn from the information that we input. Now, we also need to remember there were discussions about we don't know where, we don't know what data is, which means you have a potential for dirty data, which make AI useless if your data is dirty. But again, if you scroll down their case study, the only like institution that they have, and it is a far like, is a nonprofit McCallum Theater. I wonder where that is. Let's do a search. That is in
Is it in
Palm
Texas?
Desert, California. So, again, you can go peruse. It's very in depth, data warehouse, and yada yada yada. Right?
And they wonder why donations are down, and we have to look at shit like this.
So, again, this isn't to say that
Doc led us in the song by Uncle Ruckus, no relation. That's why the donations are down.
Again, this solution, just like I said with one FAMU, maybe a very good solution, but without all the information, and we shouldn't get all of the information if this is a proprietary build that they're building. However, we should know what it costs, what's the expectation, and what the milestones are.
Again, we like I said the other week, we are 10,000 line steppers. You want to know what 10,000 line steppers almost like this? I also like doing being the first. Mm-hmm. So if we gonna be the guinea pigs, tell us so we know what to expect. Be like, hey, listen, this is what it is. They trying to get in here. We need a solution. Even if it's they only gonna charge us half price because we don't really know how this gonna look yet. Fine, but say that. I don't feel like we asking for a lot. I don't feel like we asking for a lot at all. I feel like they treating us like we act like that alumni base across the track when we don't. And I don't like that.
Is this a safe space?
It's your space.
I'm about to say this your house, Troy. I'm just visiting.
Right.
And I'm on my best behavior today.
Kinda.
You ain't lying.
Sometimes, and this doesn't have to necessarily do with Florida State versus FAMU. It has to do with how you treat your customers. Sometimes FAMU act just like Florida State, but they still give. They talk shit and give. With Florida State, they're gonna talk shit, and then when they stop talking, they start giving.
Now I'll give you this. We in recent memory, we might have acted like them once.
I'm gonna say twice.
Mm-mm.
We did it twice, and we did it with the same person.
Yeah, it was the same person. That's why I was like,
all right, fine, twice.
Because we did it with Tiff. We did it with Tiff when she started, and we ain't like her, and we stopped giving her money. And then we bullied her into hiring a coach that wasn't her boyfriend.
We was looking out for the university and a potential lawsuit, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
But again, I don't want nobody to think that me bringing these things up are an endorsement or anti-Data Moose. It's more or less we need more answers, because again, I want us to be the best in FCS when it comes to alumni, friends of FAMU, and booster donations. I want us to be the best.
And we could be if they would simply operate above ground. I think Lil Baby already said it. They go and make backroom deals and then come out with, all right, y'all, this is what we're going to do. And then when we're saying, okay, but wait a minute. This not looking right. Who are these people? What are you trying to do? What's your angle? What is the end goal? A lot of our questions are literally tailored to what is the end goal? Where are you trying to take us? And until they start behaving that way, we gonna keep acting the way we're acting. Again, it is nothing to come to the alumni base and say, hey, we are getting creative and scrappy because we simply don't have the $300 million like a lot of our other state counterparts have. We can accept that, but say it.
That part.
And that's it. That's it in a nutshell. That is it in a nutshell. Now, again, like Deveron said, I'm going to have him on the show again. I reached out to FAMU to get Coach Quinn Gray on here, and I'm very open about I am going to be pushing what we can do to get our NIL collective, Ashley going to shoot me, Fang Exchange in lockstep with FAMU.
I'm going to make sure I be out. I don't stand by you at the next event.
At all. I don't know if Ashley gonna be the one or Tashay gonna catch
it might be Tashay. I feel like it's gonna be Tashay. Yeah,
Ashley gonna be professional. She gonna catch you when you slipping.
Kim, if you see me just randomly standing by you, that's why. Be like, why he hope that?
But I told him, listen,
I'm staying out.
I told Ashley on the phone. I'm telling everybody now. I've said once I'm on board, I'm on board. Once I fuck with you, I fuck with you. And that's it. It ain't nothing Ashley can say, ain't nothing Tashay can say. They can punch me all they want to. I'm gonna be on here next week going donate to Fang Exchange.
Oh yeah. And they gonna beat you up and say it right. Say it right.
Right. You know, exactly.
You getting beat up.
Again,
they might spare you.
They say they're gonna curve stomp you, Troy.
Listen, every one of the coaches I talk to, I'm gonna be saying the same thing. Like, if I'm gonna get whooped, I'm gonna make it worth it. We're gonna get some players. My boys talking about getting 3 players. Why am I not gonna talk about fans? Listen, I told y'all I got a friend that will back my insane players.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm listening to No Chill podcast. And Blue just said it's gonna be a 3-peat that Valley gonna beat FAMU and football again this year.
Again.
FAMU by 40.
Hold on.
Wait, Blue said who gonna beat FAMU?
Blue said that. So Blue said that. But I want to be clear.
Man,
Blue the bet to Blue. If he liked Valley that much, bet your motherfucking eyebrow.
Bet your eyebrow.
Man, listen, I will
I'll
hold
put
him
a
down
chest
and
hair on
save
that
him
one.
off my damn self. Bet up.
Bet up. I got a chest hair. I got
Bet
chest
up.
hairs right on that one.
Bet up.
Bet your chest hair.
But anyway,
I will go baby bottom smooth on my face. Bet up.
I can't do that. I got them original black people hair, boy. I had so many bumps. It ain't funny.
Hey, no, just gotta shave it right. Just gotta shave it right. I fucked my face up a couple weeks ago. I'm just getting back right.
real quick, so today was blonde head lady off day, and somebody decided that they was gonna post some young lady in a tube top with FAMU on it.
And you let her see it?
You talking about Mayor
He said,
Orlando from
can you let
Bethune-Cookman
us see
Mama?
it?
No, I said, and you let her see it?
I didn't let her see it. It popped up while she was leaving. So she's like, who was that? I said, I don't know. But now that she in the house sleep and she can't hear me because I'm more than 3 feet away, young brothers, understand, when you go through Bragg Memorial Stadium, if you ain't at FAMU and you trying to find somewhere to go, this can happen to you. Don't let this be you.
Yeah, give me Hollycourt, 55377. Hello, it's Daddy. Hey, darling, put Mommy on the phone. Yeah, Barbara, it's Richie. Yeah, look, I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy.
I ain't seen no lies.
I'm saying that because there was all this commentary. You saying that because nobody put your brand on their tick-old bitties and put it on social media. The brand is the brand.
That's because they don't have a brand. I've been telling y'all it's a reason why all of them Florida State fans so they can wear their school colors.
I'm just saying. Cause they love to wear the little tube piece and it stopped right here. We know what you're doing.
All right.
Professional.
Oh man. So getting back to Mr. Jones, and Marlo can attest to this. So Terrion Arnold has been arrested and he has been remanded to Hillsborough County Jail without bail.
That shit is nuts.
Yeah, that rabbit hole is deep, and I hate it. But I know a lot of them young men that's involved. Well, I know their parents. I knew them when they were like children.
I played football with his uncle, and I went to school with his mama.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
I hate it for them.
I had it wrong. I thought this was his Airbnb in Largo. I had it wrong. They rented an Airbnb in Largo. Again, full stop. Marlo, I don't know can you hear me, Marlo?
I can. It's just loud where I am.
As somebody who grew up in St. Pete in Pinellas County, why in the absolute fuck are you renting an Airbnb in Largo?
Because you're not from there. Because you're not from there, Troy. The simple answer.
That's where I'm from.
But no. I'm not saying you. I'm saying him.
Yeah,
he's from Tallahassee.
They from up
he's
here.
From Tallahassee.
So, he from Tallahassee and them other two dudes that was winning from Quincy.
Right. So what folks don't understand is Tallahassee, North Florida is so different from South Florida. It's a different place. So we forget when we leave Ocala, the rest of y'all people ain't like us.
Right.
That's why. So your simple answer is because you're from North Florida and you're not from South Florida.
Okay. All right. So and then again, I'm not saying that you should commit crimes. That is not what I'm saying. I need everybody to understand this. But I need everybody to understand that there are what Jay-Z say? I'm a businessman. The business should be protected. As long as you know the business is going to take care of you. Also, taking
you
care of the
saying
business.
you saying that because they snitched?
No, I'm saying that because the people who are around the business should have said, "Hey, dog,
You need to go home.
you make way more than this $100,000.
I thought it
We're
was
not doing this
250.
for you." They said it was $100,000 in. Oh no, they updated 200. You're right, TP.
Yeah.
250.
But
So
still, he's
the
worth.
initial report was it was $100,000 worth of jury. Cause so this thing has been going on since beginning of
eh,
this year. Like it's been
Yeah,
going on a
February.
while.
Again.
So, but apparently the two guys were caught, and what they did was they flipped on them. They
Yep.
when they brought in for questioning, they said, "No, we didn't even orchestrate this. We'll tell you who did."
I ain't gonna call no names, but I'm gonna tell y'all that one of the boys who said and won me was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He been spoiled his whole life and want to be a thug.
You want to be a gangster?
That's
And
how it be.
I'm not talking my Terry on.
That's how it be. Me and Marlo, well, my homeboy from my high school went to Tallahassee from a silver spoon background and became a big time dope boy. So that your family making $500,000 a year, and you decided you're going okay. Anyway, so we here, but
When I say silver spoon, I mean his mama was a debutante level silver spoon. He
geez.
just out
Oh,
here
wow.
doing that.
So,
Thank you.
so have they released any information about their plea deals?
No, they haven't
They want
released
to
that.
keep him in jail until the trial starts.
They haven't released that
Right.
yet. I will tell you this though. I don't know what's going on with these new thugs, but who live streamed a 25-year felony?
Man, they do
Right.
it every
Oh,
day. They
I was
do it
about to say,
every
Troy,
day.
and
Just go scroll TikTok.
yeah,
I've been scrolling TikTok and seen 5 felonies committed in 4 minutes.
it's. I will say this, and I'm gonna make sure I word it right because, yes, I'll have to tell you the rest offline. These children are so brazen that they will have stuff they're not supposed to on them, videotape it, stream it live, and you as a school administrator or anybody else who has airdrop will have it before the end of the school day. And I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I've seen and witnessed as a dean and a teacher.
Beat your kids, people. Beat your kids.
It ain't even beat your kids,
No,
Troy.
it ain't
It's
even
it's
beat them.
it's
It's
teach your
raise
kids
them.
the rules. Like,
Keith, is raise your damn kids.
yes.
That's where we are.
But
It's
that too.
simply raising your kids.
But Jamal, but also, like I always say, you raise your kids, but shit, part of raising them, hey, like I said, my mama beat me out the penitentiary.
Yes, but also sometimes your parents told you. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if your parents are like mine. Sometimes my parents just straight up told me what was wrong with the problem. Like, I remember when we cleaned up my granddad's house because my uncle turned into a crack house, and my mom was like, "You like how it smells here?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Like, sometimes you just got to tell kids straight up, it's a bad idea. What's wrong with the problem? You can figure out if you want to. Like, at a certain place, we just got to own it. And somewhere in that situation, there are bad friends. I don't know all the details about the situation, but just listening to it, there are bad friends.
They were bad friends because it's one that shouldn't have happened. If it was his idea, somebody should have said, "Bro, no."
That part. Like,
No.
I remember going to Southside in Tallahassee and then being like, "Hey, bro, you're good, but there's some
And you
parts
know
of Southside ain't for you."
the craziest part about this is the fact that we know another football player that tried to do the same thing and ended up in prison.
OJ
did the
Okay.
same thing.
And mind you, it was his stuff. Again,
Right,
it's the
right.
same
It was his stuff. He
situation.
was
It
going to
was
get
He was
his
trying to
his
back.
rob. He
stuff.
was trying to rob the people to get his own stuff back.
But the moment you hold people against their will, you are committing a 7-year per person felony.
Yes, he
And the
would have been
worst
better off just running in there, snatching what he could grab, and running the fuck out. That's probation.
and the worst of it is depending on where you're a resident of, because if you cross state lines, that's where the felony really kicks in.
Well, here in Florida, if I want to make sure. Oh yeah, no, it's there. Armed robbery and kidnapping in the state of Florida. That's 25 years starting.
Because it falls under 1020 life law. If you use a firearm in the commission of a felony, it is 1020 life.
Yeah,
And
because
that's the fine print on 1020 life that people don't understand. It's not that if you just pull a gun, it's if you pull a gun in the middle of a robbery, you done.
Because they pistol with the boys, right? Yeah, they pistol with them. So yeah, you if you deserve it.
Wild times, man.
Again,
Hate it
if
for
all
him.
these things are true, he got to go. He can't walk the
I
street.
mean,
It's Florida. You know what's gonna happen.
If he's convicted, he's gonna see at least 25.
It's Florida. Like
it's Florida.
We know
Well,
what's gonna happen.
no. The only thing that might save him in Florida is because if he has never been in trouble. Because the state of Florida does what we call a score sheet. And they tally up everything you have ever done every time you get a new charge, and then that is how they sentence you. On top of whatever the mandatory minimum is.
Yep, you're right.
That boy is cooked. I'm not even gonna lie.
Nah, you right, TP. He cooked because he. I'm telling you, he was there in Texas, boy. They would.
But now to combat Charlie's comment, he's not a perk baby. He's definitely not. His, I'll say this: him and his uncle, we didn't like each other in high school, but after the fact, though they were upstanding citizens in the community, so I can't say that the family is like perk babies. No. Those were some hardworking people, from the ones I know. And like I said, I know his mom, I know his uncle, hardworking people, good people. Now, whatever this situation was, that was what it was. But I can't say that about his family. His family were good people.
Right, and that's all that. But that's all I'm saying. It is I guess I have always wanted to understand how you formulate this line of
we
thinking.
have made thug culture popular, and it's
Yeah,
been that
but
way
we
for a long
have
time.
so think about it, right? So personal story. Keith and everybody on here know exactly where I grew up at, with the exception of Doc and TP, right? Y'all know exactly the city I'm from. I used to live in between a pretty much dope triangle. One, because the house I grew up in was my grandmother's house, and my parents got it from dirt cheap from my father's family, so they was like, shit, that's where we gonna live. So I grew up with one dope man across the street, another one next door, and another one down the road. And a lot, like he said, my dad was like, "Don't none of this make sense, dude." I was like, This all just seems stupid. I don't want nothing to do with this. I'd rather go to work. I don't want to be running from the police on Friday, and I don't want nobody shooting at me." So, and that was enough. But for other people, they see it and they go, "Dang, that look interesting." How? What?
So
That's because they didn't have to live it. When you somebody that grew up in poverty, father murdered when you a little kid, you look at the world differently. I see what the consequences were from living that life. That's what taught me. You can say beat your kids and all that. My experiences through life is what shaped the person that I am.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't born into privilege. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to get it out the mud. Hot water off, no electricity, no gas.
You gotta grind
in the
for
wintertime.
You gotta grind for it. That's how you think about it in a sense. If we all, other than with Jamal, because Jamal, you born in the 90s, But in the growing up in the 70s and the 80s, like, in a sense, I didn't know what poor looked like. Cause you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what being poor looked like.
We didn't know we was poor till we got to college.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't know you poor until you see somebody that ain't. It's just normal everyday life to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I knew I was poor because I grew up on the south side of St. Pete, and like when you go to the store and you ask for like $3 a chicken from the butcher block, like we knew we ain't have it. And the things that we had in our community back in the late 80s, like the middle 80s and going into the 90s, like it was Wild West in St. Pete. Literally. Wild
West just everywhere though. You think about it, man.
But that was the cocaine corridor though.
Like, it definitely depends. No, St. Pete. No, y'all are different. Yeah, y'all
everything moved
now for us.
St. Pete.
Yeah, like I know for me, I didn't grow up poor.
Emmett Jones, what if I told you that one of the midway points for the Miami boys when they was coming in between Miami and Atlanta was my hometown?
Well, I'm about to tell one of them real Tallahassee stories.
Man, well, I need one of them goddamn buzzers because you be doing too much.
I wasn't even about you.
This wasn't even about you. Hey, how about the Jankmeister going over to Minnesota for Nas Reed?
Oh wow,
man!
Wait, you talking about Ball,
Mellow Ball?
I call him the Jankmeister because that goddamn shot janky as hell.
It is very janky.
LaMelo got traded.
Yeah, he's going to Minnesota.
Oh man, Minnesota and the Miami Heat went up there and just said, "F it, we don't care no more."
Again, and y'all be wondering why I be pissed off at
You don't think the Miami Heat that was good bringing in Giannis?
I don't.
That was good for the New York Knicks. Yes, thank you. We're gonna repeat.
As a Miami Heat fan, I don't think it was good because what it does is it continues this ongoing cycle. Like if you look at this organization, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I've been a Heat fan since '96.
Keith said to say everything got taken.
But you gave up so much talent and you just rebuilt. Like literally, the Miami Heat just got to a place where we start having first round picks. Like I don't watch the NBA draft, not because I don't care, but because the Miami Heat almost rarely have a first round pick. So now you went back and you projected for 3 years. You gave up 3 first-round picks. You gave up a second-round pick. You gave up all your outside shooters, which granted, we weren't the best team in the league anyway. We were like an 8 seed at the best, maybe a 9. But now you have no shooters. You have $18 million in hard cap, like not salary, whatever. No, $18 million to fill out the rest of the roster. You're going to probably lose one of your better players, and you're begging, the small forward to please don't sign your re-signing deal because we can't afford it. Like you can afford really 3 players and some pieces.
Thank you.
You gave up too much.
Gave up entirely too much.
Yeah, you gave up. You gave up Jaime Hawkins. You gave up who else?
Tyler Hero.
3 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and that shit. What's that boy name?
Yeah,
I think that's it. But it was entirely too much. So I saw that shit and I was like, this is dumb. Who did this?
It's Pat Riley trying to get one before he die.
And Pat again, Riley. I've been yelling fire him or force him into retirement for a while now.
I mean, Pat Riley ain't going nowhere.
He's gonna die.
If he dies, he will.
He gonna die there.
Well,
how about I think Beast Stu got traded to Memphis today.
Who?
Isaiah Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Memphis is, but can we? Is Memphis just trying to package people together so they can create a John Morant trade so they can just do a full on reset?
Yeah,
they've been trying to do a full on reset.
No, but that's why they are.
years.
They're trying to say, hey, look, we got all of this. Just come get this man off our hands.
Right, because the Atlanta Hawks waited too long to get rid of Trey DeBarge. Like, you know.
He do look like the bars.
Troy looking like this.
I'm
man.
mad he said that though.
That man said Trey DeBarge.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? The problem is now I'm not going to be able to unsee.
You would never.
Trey Young has not looked young since he got in the NBA.
That's because he was in Atlanta fighting everybody by himself.
No, because he was born. I think he was born in
overseas,
Texas.
And then he went to school in Norman, Oklahoma.
Right. He was born in Pampa. He was born where his daddy was still playing in
EA Reed, the only reason why them three half breeds is paying off is because the rest of the league look like them. Thank you for coming to my tail talk.
And then you got the Hornets who were going to sign. They signing Kobe White to a 3-year deal for $74 million. So he's going to be the point guard.
Oh, the Hornets got 2 years. The Hornets going to be a problem.
Come on,
because I'm telling you, this is not nobody's team. It ain't Brandon Miller's team. It ain't Kobe White's team. It is Con Knippel's team.
I agree.
Yes,
time out for a second. Jesus, time out for a second. We watched the draft. We watched.
You watched
multiple black families. Yes, there were some blend families, but we watched multiple mother and father black going into the draft, getting drafted. Mm-hmm. Times may be changing. So that may not be the narrative. And I'm going to stop the whole beige NBA narrative myself.
Oh, shit, I won't.
Ooh, Boozer and Boozer? Look, what your boy said, what your boy Amon St. Brown daddy said, you can't keep cutting it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, hold on. I don't know if anybody saw that. Mr. Jones, true story. I was with my older kid's mom in Duck Collins, and me and my baby mama was at the bar having drinks, and this lady walked up to this dude and said, "You got 3 minutes to give me my money," and walked outside. 3 minutes passed. She came back in. When I say that was the biggest slap I had ever seen in my life, because that hand was big as hell. Slapped the shit out that dude, looked at him and said, "You better have my money." 2 minutes later, there was a shootout in the parking lot. And the bartender did not seem phased. Like that happened all the time.
Shoot him up, bang, bang.
And then the mother of my 2 children looked at me and said, "Oh, they do this all the time."
Oh, wow.
And we came to this establishment?
That was the last time I went to Duck Collins.
So if you think about it, you offload it. So Memphis, it started. It really started not last year. It started 2 years ago, because you let Desmond Bain go in free agency, right, from Memphis. He went to Orlando. Then
we appreciate it down here. He's actually decent to watch, and I hate that team.
You trade 3J. You trade Jaren Jackson to Utah, of all places. You go from one small market to another small market in Utah. And I mean, he had a pretty decent season. But I wouldn't say by his standard, because I mean, I know like a couple years ago he was the defensive player of the year in the league. You basically are you drafted Cameron Boozer. So he's going to be replacement. He's that replacement right there. You're getting Isaiah Stewart Isaiah Stewart in a trade for cheap, because basically he's coming off the bench, and you just got to figure out when he's going to crash out. But everything you looking at it is setting up for the fact that we are getting rid of Ja Morant.
You have to.
He does not need to be in Memphis. We don't want him in Memphis. Do we need to send him? You don't. Do you really send him to a big market, or do you keep him in a small or medium market?
I think honestly, I thought for a second they were going to send him to Orlando.
Why do you think there's?
I was about to say that. I definitely thought Orlando because we have cracked jokes about it on here about him going to Miami, not Miami, Orlando.
Why do y'all think Ja Morant isn't working in Memphis?
He has not expanded his game.
It's not that. I think you know how you get to that point in a player's career where it's like, oh, they finna trade him. Some ain't working somewhere. It could be that he ain't getting along with the front office, or they just don't fucking like him no more. But they finna trade him, and that's how I feel about Ja Morant.
I think it's more to do with the front office in Memphis, and the fact that he's been injured the last 2 seasons, though. That's another thing that you also have to look at because you just signed him to a max deal.
He shot 23.5% from 3 last year.
He is
slow. 25% from 3. Did he also shoot himself?
23.5.
Didn't he also shoot himself before this season?
No, he didn't shoot himself.
He might as well have him. This dude.
But part of their Memphis is also tired of the antics. Like,
they're tired of it.
Like I hate to say this, and this is gonna sound real messed up. Ja Morant needs to go to a place like Salt Lake City.
Or Sacramento. No, I won't say Sacramento.
No, Sacramento. No, he gonna get. He needs to go to a place like Salt Lake City. If Seattle ever gets their stuff together and gets the expansion,
Portland,
Orlando wouldn't be bad, but Mercy Drive is still too close to him. Like, he needs to go to a place where he's really separated. And I would love for him to go to a Portland with a guy like, my boy Dame Dollars, because I think you would find a kindred spirit who would be like, "Hey man, you need to slow life down, otherwise it's gonna go left."
All his stats are trending down.
Yeah, he's on the down. He's on the downside because he's been hurt the last 2 years.
I was just about to say it's because he hurt. He's been injured. He missed about 20% of the games last year.
No, I think he missed more than that. Probably like between 35 to 40% of the games last year.
Don't kill the messenger. Ja Morant is a poor man's Derrick Rose. Like, if you think about
I don't think you that far off. But Derrick Rose is one of my biggest what else.
Correct. Exactly. Like, you started talking about what happened.
He didn't blow his knee out. What would he have been in year 13, 14, 15? Would he have won a championship? Because we seen what Derrick Rose.
Yes, Derrick Rose was going to win a championship.
Right. We saw what he was going to do in Chicago. Chicago, like, well, you injured, so it ain't no need for us to keep you here.
Yeah, I mean, and then once you lose your explosion as a smaller guard, and what are you? I mean, if you're not an elite shooter,
you have to change that whole game around.
Correct. So those are some of the questions I have for Ja Morant, because with the injuries, that's why I honestly, if I'm Memphis, I make that call for Jonathan Isaac, and I'm Orlando, I try to get rid of Jonathan Isaac any way I can.
Jonathan Isaac is one of those guys that you just knew was going to be a star, and it just never happened. It is
I told y'all he should have stayed his black ass in school.
Y'all know why he's not good at Florida State. I mean, good in Orlando. Because God don't like MAGA.
He should have.
He ain't been good since before MAGA.
He ain't gonna do good in Memphis either, because they damn sure don't like it.
When that dude announced he was going pro, I said, "Why?"
Because he went to Florida State and thought he had some time.
No, he went pro because he had all the skill and size that you want. Can play 1 through 5 2 through 5. I'll never put him in point guard. 2 through 5.
You're not wrong.
6'10".
Mm-hmm.
Got the frame, got the skills, got the shot. We just said fuck the intangibles with him though. The intangibles just never materialize.
Can we also say Orlando thought they were getting a bigger version of Penny Hardaway?
Oh,
they thought they was getting Tracy McGrady.
Florida State has had a player his size that was like, oh, I'm going to be the next KG, and did not get drafted.
Oh, yeah.
Could not come back to school because he was running around town in a brand new Bronco. I don't know who I'm talking about.
Which one?
Everybody told this boy, this is what you're looking at. And he looked at them and said, no, I'm straight. I got it.
So I know you talking about this. So with Minnesota, I was thinking about this. With Minnesota, if you're looking at this all started when you look at how they moving. It basically started when they traded Julius Randle. You trade Julius Randle. You sign the FAMU to a 5-year deal, almost a max deal, right? So he's a guard. All right. Now you also let go. When you trade it, you trade LaMelo for Naz Reid. Naz Reid is an actual star. He don't need to be coming off the bench. He actually needs to be starting. So when he goes to Charlotte, Charlotte is going to move away from Miles Bridges. I hate to say this, but they are trying to basically clean up the image of the team. Miles Bridges is basically he's a Jordan draftee. LaMelo Ball was a Jordan draftee before Jordan sold the team to whoever, to the dudes that he sold it to.
I'm gonna tell you the problem with LaMelo Ball is the fact that they probably would have won that series last year had he not jacked up 77 threes and missed all of them. Like, it was some of the worst point guarding I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That is why he's not there. But at the same time, when they needed Knipple the ball, he played his absolute worst too. They did not play well together, and that's the problem. The problem is LaMelo and Knipple are not good on the same court. So
and Knipple don't demand the ball like that because he can move without the ball.
It ain't that though. It's the
fact that
LaMelo ain't gonna pass him the ball. He's not.
Yeah, don't say he's LaMelo is a ball dominant guard.
Right, and that wasn't gonna work with the way Knipple plays. And I'm not saying that Knipple is the one, complaining about it. But from a front office standpoint, we just drafted Knipple. He's the future. LaMelo Ball's been there for some years, and we ain't won. So what we're going to do, we're going to move on. And then they bring in somebody like Naz Reid, who is a defensive guy who can hit the open three. Now, we just opened up our whole offense. I don't know who's going to be the point guard, but they still are going to be a better team because LaMelo is gone.
Is going to be the point guard.
Yeah, but not just that, though. You forgot though, LaMelo is also a PR issue. Like, one of the things, and Jamal brings this up a lot of times. We got to remember regionality is important. Like, there's two NBA teams where your personality matters, especially in the South. Charlotte and Orlando. In Orlando, you can't be no thug. I'm sorry, thugs ain't for us. Thugs might be for us down in Miami, but Orlando's a family city. And you come out there acting like you too thuggish, these people cannot sell that because they're not normally selling a good basketball product. Charlotte is also the South. LaMelo, come on. Some of the stuff he was doing.
Paolo Branchero looked like he came straight from the hood. It got
but listen to him talk. When Paolo
No. That's a very bright kid.
Yes,
and as a Rockets fan, I'm still sad that we lost him in the lottery because I was praying that we were gonna get the first or second pick that year, and we ended up dropping out. I think we had Jabari Smith in that draft or Jalen Green.
and Paulo checks boxes because one, Paulo's international, so you get the Brazilian audience, but also Paulo brings his family to the games. Like y'all may not, I don't know if y'all seen it, but they have a whole Balanchero section.
Nah, he's a star. He's a star.
Not just a star, but he's selling the family piece of it.
Right.
He's
somebody that you would be happy is the face of your franchise.
Bingo.
So he's doing that. He's doing something that hasn't been done since Penny Hardaway was the face of the franchise.
No. Dwight Howard was that. Dwight Howard just got out of pocket.
Look, you forget they've had other faces of the franchise.
Dwight Howard got out of pocket, and
Grant Hill after Penny. Then you got Shaq was there. Shaq and Penny.
Shaq
you got Dwight Howard,
I believe.
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady was single when he was in. No, he wasn't. He just wasn't married. They were together.
Tracy McGrady was a local kid.
Team.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Emmett. With the draft, with the Mavericks drafting Morez Johnson as depth to the front court for us, because that's something that we needed. And I think what we're also going to be doing, we're probably going to be shipping off maybe Daniel Gafford, or either that or PJ Washington, even though PJ is from Dallas. And he's been since he's been home, he's been back in Dallas. He's been a model, he's been chilling. He's doing his thing. Yeah,
he would be a fool to get rid of Gafford.
But we need the front court depth, because our front court last season was horrendous. Danny said we're still on. Send her the link. So our front court depth was horrendous because Gafford was hurt majority of the season, and of course Derek Lively was hurt the whole. He was hurt almost the whole season.
Don't forget Anthony Davis.
Well, Anthony Davis I ain't worried about it. That's Washington's problem now.
Right. They had to get rid of him too because he was never available.
Yeah, he was never available. So Morez Johnson, you thinking about it? You're talking about a kid that's 6'10", 6'11", 250 pounds that can play the four. He can shoot the three ball. He can get into the paint. He can rebound at a high clip. His defense, I'm a little, I want to say a little suspect, but I know he gets with the the way that they play defense when he was at Michigan. He had help side because he was a help side defender with a Damara coming, being in the middle, with the big man being in the middle. So you look at it like I would think about as far as with him, he could come off the bench, but if he starts, we already said this. We're moving. Cooper Flagg is moving to the 3 spot. That's going to be his natural spot right there. He can play 4, but Cooper's natural spot is going to be the 3. Now the issue we have, I see, is who is going to be our 2, because I'm looking at if you put if you have Max Christie as a 2, he can shoot. He's a spot up shooter, but you look at him more on the defensive side because he can guard 1 through 3. And then of course we got Kyrie as the point guard. He's the leader of the team. He's the spiritual leader of the team, but the face of the team is Cooper Flagg. And bringing Derek Lively back is going to help us. Having him back after injury is going to be tremendous because we need that rim protector and on defense, but also he's a live threat too.
So y'all are trading AD?
I'm not trying to get you to crash out. I just want to ask you an honest question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this 2-year rebuild that y'all gonna have to go through?
It happened before. I'm not really. really gonna crash out because I've seen it before.
Okay.
This is year one. You think about it. It's year one of the rebuild. You get rid. We traded Luka. We already know what happened. We fired. They fired Nico Harrison because he did the dealings behind closed doors. Nobody really didn't know what's going on, but he the one who pulled the trigger on that. But also,
wait a minute. Wait. See y'all Dallas fans. Y'all make me do this. Y'all make me do this. Every time y'all make me do this. And it's only Dallas fans. Y'all want to make Nico the bad guy so bad that owner signed off on it.
Which one?
The new owner. No, Mark Cuban didn't sign off on because Mark Cuban ain't got he's a minority owner, but because he ain't got he don't have the share of the team like that. But Dumont said he didn't even put his sign off on it. He said it from his own mouth that Patrick Dumont, the governor of the Mavericks, said he did not sign off on that deal.
The governor of the Mavericks.
I mean, well, all the owners are, when it comes to it, they are governors. So he didn't sign off on the deal. So that's the reason why you get Nico ain't no scapegoat. Nico knew what he was doing.
Hold on, wait. Did you say the owner didn't sign off on the deal?
No, he said it out of his own mouth. He did not sign off on that deal.
So okay. I'm trying to figure out. For me, I'm trying to figure out how a trade get executed that the owner don't sign off on, and the GM still got a job the next day.
Somebody lying.
Nico, what did GM look like? What did GM look like?
He don't look like
what did GM look like.
We got a new GM. In fact, we got a new GM.
Come on,
because the president of basketball operations was Michael Finley. He's out of there. This is a whole new. This is a whole new regime.
That's what is that how you say his name? I don't want to mess
Masai
up his
Ujiri. He's the president of basketball operations.
Yeah,
but the general manager is Mike Schmitz.
So anyway,
guess what? Mike Schmidt. I think Mike Schmidt. I'm looking at it. I think he's a general manager by name because I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the way that we're moving right now. Ujiri is doing all of the moves right now. He's in charge. He's the president of basketball operations.
I mean, he does have that cachet. He does have that cachet. We're gonna move off of this real quick because we gotta hit some stuff before we get up out of here. In the WNBA, Marina Mabry.
I want Ben Roberts fired in the fucking morning.
She just went off of 53 points, the WNBA single game record.
No, 3-way tie for the single game record between Asia and
Oh, you're right. It does say ties. I'm sorry. It says
I can't think of the last person, but it's her Asia, and I can't think of the other name. But Lynn Roberts need to be back in Utah by tomorrow afternoon. It's a short flight.
All right. So this one hurt.
Can I say this? Can I say this on here? Hey. Looking at leave during the 30th anniversary game between the Sparks and the Liberty. I know Lisa Leslie looked like that, but damn it, Kim Hampton still looked the same.
Yeah,
I told y'all she's still dragging the wagon.
She's dragging the wagon. Woo!
Now why you gotta get them started? Why?
All I saw was ones, that skirt, and that wagon, and she still look like she's 30-something years old.
I know black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
You know the question is,
can her husband? I don't think she married.
But anyway, moving on.
I have her be my sugar mama.
Hey, Mr. Ricky Bobby, New York, with that Seminole hat on. Fuck you. Texas Tech didn't tamper with shit. Jasani Beecham went to Texas Tech because we failed to offer her a reasonable NIL deal. I know what was requested. And it was not what Texas Tech. I know it was requested. Texas Tech just happened to be there to give more. If she would have got what was requested, she wouldn't be gone. Y'all need to understand this as Seminole family. If we do right by our players, they like being here. They like the coach. The fuck is wrong with y'all? The issue is clear. It's AD Ski Mask and it's Mike Norvell. Them the issues. If we get to the playoffs, we got $20 million. $20 million, guess what? We got money for our other sports. Instead, the Ibis got our $20 million buying players that they ain't going to win ACC championships with. Y'all mad at the wrong motherfucking people. The two people you need to be mad at is AD Ski Mask, Michael Alford, and Mike Norvell. But I digress.
Especially when you're losing players to Clemson who literally go to school less than 10 miles away from campus.
Yep.
Another thing that I saw, there was a direct correlation. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone put out the NIL spending by conference. And this how I listed out. Big 10, SEC, ACC, Big 12. Now, since y'all love data and analytics so much, if you put them numbers side by side by media rights deals, the Big 10 spent $30 million and they still got $20 million to put in their pocket per institution. You know the difference between the Big 10 media deal, the SEC media deal, the ACC media deal, and the Big 12? Them same numbers. Them exact same numbers. I just looked at the private chat. Jesus. I'll make sure I hit everything. Tonight, because for some reason, whoever is running the World Cup put us at 10 o'clock. So the USA is playing tonight at 10 o'clock. They just started in the first minute against Turkey. We should get this win. It don't matter.
We don't need this win. Don't nobody care.
We going to the.
We going to the knockout round anyway.
Hey, Keith, I've been waiting on an official announcement, and I hadn't seen one either. Your boy is slipping, Troy.
Shout out to Ivory Coast getting the win today against Germany.
Yep.
What I miss? What I miss?
Was it Germany or was it? Oh, it wasn't Germany. It was against Curacao.
I don't think Curacao has won a game.
They haven't.
They haven't, but they tied. I think they tied.
Yeah, but again, I think Curacao just being there is
that's a win for everybody.
It's a win for them.
They're
so
winning the stand battle.
I'm not ragging on them at all. I think they're gonna get better. I just recently found out how much they pay out. Like FIFA pays out like close to $500 million, a little bit over $500 million in prize money.
Whew.
They get teams are getting like $2.5 million just to train and travel.
Oh no, the Ivory Coast moves on. They got 6 points. Mm-hmm. They move on to the next round.
The United States just scored.
Who just scored?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we scored. Good. Big
I believe.
I need us to beat Turkey.
I believe we. Come on, Marlo, say it with me. I believe that we can win. I believe that we will win.
The last match I was watching on my phone between Sweden and Japan. There are a lot of black people on both of those teams, and Japan's goalie is Rui Hachimura Light.
Hold on. Shout out to
That's why I don't
HBCU
understand
broadcaster
racist
Simone.
because
What is Simone's name? Oh God dang it.
Simone Stanley.
Simone Stanley.
Shout out to her. She has been all over the World Cup, making us feel like we right there in the action. Thank you, Atlanta Falcons. Do the right thing. Give her a call.
She's a Philadelphia.
She's a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
She's a Philly fan, baby.
But she in Atlanta.
And that don't matter. She go to Philly damn near every weekend.
She go to every weekend.
I
talked more to her about between Philly and Dallas, other than being me and Danny.
She where the winners at. She ain't worried about Atlanta.
Oh wow. We gonna get up. We're gonna start our weekly things. TP, I know we're running a little bit behind. What you got for us today, sir?
I ain't got a lot today. It's been a quiet week, you know. This is my time of the year where I take a step back from being so heavily involved in sports and spend more time with the family. You know, we in that middle ground where it's just baseball, you know, hockey just ended. Basketball is over with. So yeah, we're just getting ready for the football season. And I'm hoping not to see a lot of repeats from last year with my Texans and Longhorns. So I'm just impatiently waiting for the football season. But that's really all I got for y'all this week. And now I can't hear Troy.
None of us can.
My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm doing this early. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Marlo, what you got for us this week? Did we lose Marlo? I think we might have lost Marlo. That's all right. I just want to speak for Marlo and say that he is very excited for the World Cup and he wants everybody to watch.
He's finna cuss you out.
Absolutely.
He gonna get back on here.
1000%.
I bet he resurfaced now.
Fuck the goddamn kickball games that these people going stupid about. Fuck that. I'm gonna blame it on the goddamn Chinese. It's their fault that we got this dumbass sport anyway that they try to call football. The Chinese call it kickball. So I'm gonna continue and forever to call that shit kickball. And fuck you, Troy. How you gonna disparage my name talking about some people want to talk about the greatness of this? What? Are you? I'm calling the people next door. Don't worry, I'm gonna send a team of lawn people over that mother at 3:00 in the morning, and they're gonna tighten your yard up and the neighbor's yard. Don't worry, it's gonna be on me. And yeah, and fuck that school in Daytona.
Oh
yeah, that's all I got.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh man. Oh,
Huh?
okay. All right. Jamal, what you got for us this week?
I can.
I went to therapy today, y'all. So this gonna be. I'm not gonna crash out, even though I want to. Not some other stuff. I want to. I went to therapy today, y'all. And I've talked candidly on this show about my mama died in 2013. My dad died last year, and a lot of my therapy is centered around grief, right? And just trying to be the person that I am now. Because once your parents are not here, you're not that person you were before. So trying to relearn me, get comfortable in my skin, and function through life as the person I am now without my parents. And one of the things that lady said to me today was, at some point I have to forgive my mainly my dad for not being here. So today is about forgiveness, and I am an eye for an eye ass person. If I don't like you, I don't like you forever, and it's always on site and it's up and stuck. That's me. But when you're working through grief, and especially working through grief of loved ones, you have to forgive them. Sometimes it's their fault that they're not here. Sometimes it's not their fault that they're not here. But you have to forgive them. So as I go on this journey of grieving, trying to grieve at least, because I'm a hardhead. I'm my daddy's youngest child. I am going to have to forgive them both in order to heal me. So that is my message for today. For everybody that's working through grief, running away from grief, it's gonna follow you. It's just like your shadow. Every time you turn the corner, it's gonna be right there. You have to do the work in order to get better. And that's my time. As always, crash the fuck out when people have you fucked up. Fuck Donald Trump. Barack Obama said he a pie anyway. Punch Nazis. I am Lord Jamal. Troy, you on mute.
Oh, my bad. I was made aware earlier this evening that there is a fundraising call for FAMU men's basketball jerseys. And there is a LeBron James contract. I tell y'all very honestly about when I have to go into journalist mode, I don't like it because I start asking questions. And anytime I start asking questions, I kind of have an idea what the answer is and I don't like it. Or B, it's some bullshit afoot and I have to ask questions so that the people know that we know it's bullshit afoot. Which I don't have the best poker face when bullshit is afoot. So oftentimes it don't go well. So I got a phone call. I haven't asked if it was okay if I could say his name, but I got a phone call and he made me aware of some things that I'm gonna ask some questions about. I had made comments early in the season about why we look like Marshall and not like FAMU, but I didn't investigate it a whole lot because I was under the impression that jerseys were on the way. And we looked like Marshall way too long for me. And I kept making comments and people kept acting like I wasn't making those comments. And if you follow this platform, you know people watch this show. So I will get pen, pad, and phone ready because I don't just send emails, I make phone calls. Sometimes the phone calls go well, sometimes they don't. Hey, Miak, how y'all doing? So it's a reason why we don't cover a lot of the Miak stuff. We'll talk about that another time. But we will again ask those questions. I want to be transparent. I might not get an answer. I also might get an answer that none of us like. I just want everybody to be prepared. We are on the case. Marlo is my good friend.
Troy. You ain't have to give him no more excuses. It's some bull shenanigans. So we know why. We know what the problem is.
What was crazy was the men looked one way and the women's team looked completely different. So I was
brought up to me.
What is going on? Because if both teams look like that, then I would have said, okay, all right, we got a problem somewhere. One team, extremely put together, everybody look uniform, had on nice jerseys, and on the other side.
So yeah, you won't like the answer you get.
I know, but again, I just want everybody that watch to know that We are. I've been put on the case. A very good alumni has put a bug in my ear, and now I'm on it. And once I'm on it, I don't stop until I get an answer.
And it wasn't Keith. I ain't spilled the beans.
So no, it wasn't Keith. It wasn't Keith. It wasn't Keith.
Nah, I knew a few weeks. I knew during basketball season. That's why I stopped bringing it up.
We said it was some fraganaga during basketball season.
Yes.
Yes. Danny, what you got for us this week?
I So, and I've said this before, right? Please don't ever come for me unless I send for you. And if I actually send for you, I'm sending you to hell. My people don't play about me. And so when you come around and you start making promises, but then you start acting like your promises have made me, or your promises are gonna be what makes me, I detach really, really quickly. And I can act like you never existed faster than you can tie your shoe. Um, I don't like when people mess over people. And I really don't like people who position themselves to be advocates for us, but then they're really kind of not advocates. Um, I'm an investigator by nature. Like I like digging for information, and that's how because I tell stories. Like I'm a storyteller. And so I'm always going to get to the bottom of what I need to, much like Troy when it comes to when he gets into journalism mode, right? But I I want to caution people, like, don't come on this show boosting yourself, boosting what you do and how you get it done, and you lying. Cuz we're going to find out. We absolutely going to find out. And if I was as petty as I could be, like, y'all better be glad I love Jesus. Because if I was one of the petty ones, people would be all over social media, but I don't do that, right? Because I wouldn't want that done to me. But I also don't want people messing over me or my guys on this show. And so the way you treat people speaks about you and not them. And so I just want to caution people, be very careful about how you deal with people, how you treat people, because ultimately that is your character, not theirs. That's not their character. It's yours. And so we've closed out one season of HBCU greatness, we about to open up another season of HBCU greatness. And I want to congratulate the people who are and thank the people that are really, really strong advocates of HBCUs and our student athletes and our coaches and our administrators. But if you one of the ones that and you not really an advocate, like you just using that because you think it makes you look good, you think you can get something out of it, kick rocks, dude, chick, whoever you are. Um, if you part of the family, be part of the family. Otherwise, go mess with them folks at the PWIs who that's their lifestyle, right? The people that want to have that crab in a barrel syndrome, or the people that want to put you down or make you feel away so that you can look up to them. We don't need that here. And we definitely don't do it on this show. We definitely don't do it on this show. And so unless you want my big brother Troy, to know your name. Cause Troy one of the ones. He gonna come for you. I don't have to be the pit bull. I got my brothers with me. But just let's just be careful about how we treat each other. Like there's no need to lie. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, it's okay. But let's be honest about how we can actually support one another and support our schools. That's all I got to say. Next time it happen, I'm dropping names though. Fuck all of that. Troy, you on mute.
I'm sorry, y'all. This reminds me of something that I saw on Ocean's 11. Because somebody told me about all the people that they know, and in Ocean's 11, Danny said, "I know the people that you know, but they like me better."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They like me. They tolerate you. There's a difference.
So, if you're watching, you know who I'm talking to.
Yep. And here's the other thing is nobody other than the guys here, you Troy, Troy, Jamal, and Doc, like, and TP, and a couple others, nobody else really knows who I know. So if you when people got my name in their mouth and they talking crazy, just know it's probably coming back to me. Not because I'm some big wig, but because I believe in solid relationships with people. And I got people in the industry that consistently look out for me. And it ain't got nothing to do with a title. It got everything to do with the relationship.
Relationships are everything. That's the first thing
Everything.
HBCUs tell you.
Yep.
Everything.
Relationships matter.
Hello.
So, Keith, what you got for us this week?
Man, not much. Look, obviously we were here on Thursday, man. I appreciate you having me on, Troy. Sunday, I actually was working on that while the show was going on, but we're gonna have really go over a lot of this recruiting that we've had. FAMU's had a bunch of commits, a couple offers, and I want to give a special shout out. I know Troy said we don't talk a lot about the MEAC. If you're not following South Carolina State social media page, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love their coaches' social media presence. Like, I love his little cadences. Yeah, he's got the little dog stuff to it, but it's catchy and it's inspirational. And if you are ever on one of those days, you're like, man, I don't even really feel like getting up this morning, get a Chennisberry video. I promise you'll run through the door. It's really awesome. They're doing really good on the content. So definitely want to make sure we give credit where credit is due. You know, we crack jokes a lot, but, sometimes I want to make sure to give credit. But going to be talking about, just FAMU recruiting, some of the students we've had committed, some of those ones we had offered, and that's going to be it for Sunday. So otherwise, hey, man, always have some fun, enjoy it, and hey, be careful who you messing with, because look, I don't even know what you're talking about, but hey, don't be messing with folk. Don't get caught out there.
Hey, y'all know Versus still come on?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be Pretty Ricky versus B2K.
B2K.
It's on, and Pretty Ricky got on red vinyl and sparkles. I swear to God, that's what that is.
I mean, it's Omarion and them versus Pleasure P and them. That's it. Can't but one person in each group saying.
Yeah, but Pleasure pretty much said that he not doing none of his solo stuff, so Omarion can't do none of his solo stuff. So they only can do the group stuff.
I got B2K on that one.
Yeah, I got Pretty Ricky on that
one. Well, it's gonna be interesting. Is that tonight?
It's on right now. It's on
right
YouTube.
now.
It's on Apple Music. My fault. You can watch it on Apple Music, but it's on YouTube.
I got Apple TV. I don't have Apple Music, so
it's on YouTube, Troy.
Oh, okay. All right. My people always be looking out for me. All right. Oh man. I want to thank everybody again. Like I said earlier tonight.
You forgot about me.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me get Doc. My bad. Let me get Doc. Doc, what you got for us this week?
Well, tomorrow we're gonna cover the bottom half of the MEAC. So that means we cover Morgan State. We doing predictions with Morgan State. Who the other 3 teams in the bottom?
They don't matter.
Oh Lord, Howard and no Morgan State, Howard and Delaware State. Because the top of the MEAC is Central, South Carolina State, and no, I'm gonna do Central, South Carolina State, and Delaware State, Morgan State. Damn, there's 2 other teams. Norfolk State, and I know it's one more school out there. Damn, that lets you know how much we really don't care too much about the MEAC.
They ain't got but 4 schools.
There's only one team that matters in the MEAC. Everybody else is just there. I mean, one of the piece.
I'm just saying, but it's I'm doing predictions on it. Damn it, I'm
South Carolina State, North Carolina Central, then everybody else.
Yep.
Bell State. So that's gonna be the next time. Morgan State, Howard, and
Did you say Norfolk?
Norfolk State, Howard, and Morgan State. Yeah, so those are about the 3. I had to think about it. Shit. Damn it. Those are about the 3 that I'm gonna do tomorrow. My crystal ball prediction, because I like doing stuff like this. But again, also, like I said, I really want to send out my condolences to my homeboy, his family. My boy William Jerome Barnes II. Again, he, like I said, he passed away from complications of a second heart transplant the other day in Atlanta, Georgia. My dude came in out of Grand Rapids, Michigan to Jackson State in 1998, and he'd been, at one point, we were all cool. We were cool from the time he got there all the way up until, the time that, he passed away. And he was like really a genuine dude, a gentle soul. He was a husband, a father, brother, uncle, whatever. All the things that a man is, man, he was all those wrapped into one. And I just want to, like my other homeboy would say, standing ovation. Standing ovation. But I've been watching the World Cup, of course. Marlo call it the World Cup of soccer, kickball, but it's still the World Cup, and I have been engulfed in it. And Danny says something about the amount of black people that are playing in this tournament from different countries. That just lets you know that in one way or the other, we still rule this. We still rule this land, no matter what. But so getting ready to do. We are still doing a donation goal. I am right now. I'm sitting at $370. My goal was $500. Sitting at $370 to still go. Cutting off donation call to July 12th. I'm just, what I'm saying, people who've been giving, I appreciate them for doing that. If you want to give, you can always go to Cash App to not Holiday, but HBCU Overdrive on the Cash App. You can hit the PayPal, David Smith 1925. everything that we do, everything that you give, it goes to the room and also to getting back, getting to Birmingham and back. Anything else would just come out of my pocket. That's just how I see it, because I don't want nobody, that's breaking their neck foot, to help me, low me out. But anything, any type is good to help me out. This will be my 4th year going to SWAC Media Day, and like I said, it's going to be a tradition that's still going to keep going. But other than that, y'all love on each other, hug each other, and as always, again, crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary. Yeah, you wouldn't be end up like none of them dudes that got in trouble. All right, y'all be easy.
Hey man, shout out to Brandon for letting me know that the verses is still going on and B2K is still losing. Wow.
I don't know. He thought they was gonna win.
That's why I get for. I put the faith in Omarion. I thought Omarion was gonna carry the rest of the niggas like he's been doing
but
for the last 30 years.
It's about their total catalogs. And their total catalogs don't match up. It just
not at all. Not the least bit.
I didn't know Omarion wasn't singing none of his songs. I was like, oh, never mind.
How y'all chemistry gonna be good when you sleep with each other, baby mama? How that's gonna work?
Oh, men don't normally care about that. They've been cheesing and kikiing and on the Y2K tour all year. I don't think they care.
Hold up, Troy. We acting like you didn't grow up in the generation where Nate Dogg sang the hook to "Ain't No Fun If the Homies Can't Have None."
I was just going, you know what?
Don't hate because that was a bomb ass hook right there.
Oh my god,
that was a dope hook. It ain't no fun. The homies can't have none. It ain't no fun.
Y'all ain't gonna be
Hey, look, wait a minute. Hold on. It ain't no fun. I'm doing my T-Walk, in the chair.
I ain't gonna lie. Why Pleasure P look like everybody Caribbean uncle that come up there and talk with the phone on speakerphone? Hello?
I told you they got on red pleather. I don't understand.
I just looked at it.
You said red pleather?
Bro, you look like the Caribbean man that you see at the grocery store. Hello?
I could just scored again.
It is shiny. And then his little brother got on a red full-length meat.
Hey, he got
I know that nigga hot as hell, man.
And he got on boots with a heel because he's shorter than me.
I know he hot. I know they
melting.
Smell like goddamn.
What
are you wearing?
And then this jacket is cropped. So it stopped right at the top of his belt.
And I promise you, dreadlocks hit the shimmy a second ago. I'm like, dang, nigga, I'm about to check. See if you're a new something.
On everything. I know I like the skinny suits. But if y'all catch me with my belly out in a goddamn blazer, hit me with a bomb.
Hey, you be looking at the you looking at the boots talking about what are those?
For real,
Troy.
Oh my goodness.
Troy, that's gonna be your stripper outfit.
And I'm And I'm saying this as a man that wear cowboy boots because I'm short, but they ain't got no heel on them like that.
Why he got the fur with his belly out? He look like a stud.
You know what? I got.
He don't look like a stud. He look like a homeless stud.
What is happening?
can't breathe.
What is happening?
He look like a homeless stud. Get your ass on.
Oh my gosh! And why Rasby look like he's fulfilling every lie they told about him and Chris Stokes right now with that blonde hair. No, Chris, no.
Oh God, let me go ahead and go before we get out of here. Jesus.
Act right. We ain't never act right 1 minute in our life.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, listen. Oh, Jesus. Man.
Like, who kid is this on the stage?
Listen, again, I know I said it earlier tonight, but I want to make sure I let everybody know. Like, you guys, the fans, the watchers, the people that follow me on social media, that understand that I act up, understand that I've got that blonde haired lady, and she know I act up. And I just bring y'all into my world because that's all I know. Like, I was raised in a house full of love and full of laughter, even at our worst times. And coming up here next month is going to be part of my worst times. So this Father's Day just passed. I spent time with my son, and I was telling him about my dad and my mom because Ash is only 9. He missed out on a lot of their life, right? And Ash wasn't even around when my dad passed. But part of my family history is parents burying their children. And on July 13th, we'll start the trial of the young man that killed my nephew. And I'm conflicted. I'm not angry anymore, but I'm conflicted. A lot of people talk about forgiveness and all of that. That's fine. I'm not there. Forgiveness ain't for me to give him. I'm at accountability. Because even if I forgive you, you still got to be held accountable for what you did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm processing that while I'm also processing the fact that the last time I saw my nephew, I was giving him fatherly advice on how to deal with the mother of your child. And he never got an opportunity to use that advice because shortly thereafter he was gone. And so through all of this, my family, while this has hurt my family deeply, we still have our love, our process, our humor. Like, our family group chat has been complete shambles because my aunt had surgery on her knee. The pastor, by the way, my aunt, the pastor, had surgery on her knee, then took her fast tail on a cruise to go hang out with her friends. Ma'am, you ain't even finished with your rehab. And you walking around the cruise ship with your cane. I'm thinking she took a walker. She tell me that, yeah, I had my cane. Ma'am, welcome to white family. Welcome to the white family. This is what we do, right? Because at the end of the day, we love each other. And sometimes in our worst, we got to love each other through laughter. To my FAMUans, it may seem like we are in the absolute worst, but as long as I got nickels to rub together every Tuesday and Thursday, it's going to be some laughter. Because I might not be able to fix it, but we can damn sure laugh our way through it. Little baby, she going to tell me she back home with her knee up with ice on it because she just been hanging out with her friends. She is the pastor, by the way, old grown ass. As always, again, thank y'all. Lead with love. Man, I got some of the best friends in the world that allow me to do some of the craziest stuff in the world and I thank them for it. Keith at Fangs Up Podcast, Doc at HBCU Overdrive, Danny at Suno, me, Lord Jamal, and TP at Fat Mouth Sports. Man, we want to thank y'all for coming out and spend time with us. I don't know what the hell this is on Versus. This is absolute madness.
Can I say that goddamn superstar, whatever his name is, look like a goddamn mariachi player with that receding hairline? That bitch was going way back. I'm talking about back.
Listen.
God, you saw in that second, but he showed like a mini Easy E.
And then the dude with the goddamn fur coat don't got no neck. He look like the mix between goddamn CeeLo Green and motherfucking Rick Ross. Who you gonna be, goddamn it? Who not even Rick Ross. You looking like goddamn Waka Flocka and a mix of CeeLo Green. What are we doing?
Hey, one more time before we get out of here, because this is what B2K gonna need to do if they're gonna win this Versus. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Oh man. Oh god.